Okay, what I'd like to show you today is the delete patient functionality. It's a little bit unusual to have delete patients in an audit because you don't want to delete data out of an audit, but as it turns out, occasionally we put data in we don't want, so we've created this deletion function. It's very easy, very straightforward to do. As you can see, I've got two documents exactly the same now, and we want to get rid of one of them. I'm going to select the second one or the first one, it doesn't matter which. Open it, and we now have a delete button over here. I click on the delete button, it will ask me why I want to delete it. Okay. And we have a few reasons. If we've missed a reason, let us know and we can put it in the list. But this patient is a duplicate. I'll ask you to confirm it and then click delete. The record will close and you'll be taken to the delete patient's view, and there you can see the record. Patient or records will sit in this view for 30 days and then will be properly deleted. At the moment, they're soft deleted. If you find that you've either deleted the wrong one, deleted the wrong version, deleted the wrong version or deleted the wrong record, for whatever reason, you can go back into the delete patients. You can click on the record and you can undelete it. Again, it'll ask you to confirm that you want to undelete it. Click on delete. And hey presto, we're back in the all patients. Okay. You no longer need to call the help desk. Previously, you used to have to call the help desk and give us an NHS number or our TMIS ID, and we'd delete it for you. Very simple, very straightforward. That functionality will be going live Tuesday next week, after the next chat that we're having in Manchester. Okay, the next thing I wanted to point out was the follow-up views. Okay, follow-up is traditionally hard work. And what we've done is we've put two views in that will remind you of records that are due for follow-up. Okay. I've written this down so I don't get it wrong. At least I would have done. Somebody's changed on my pages. Okay. Basically, a record will appear in the 12 to 20 week follow-ups half a week before the 12-week deadline. So it's not exactly 12 to 20 weeks. We give you sort of a warning, and they will appear there. And then they will drop out of that view at 20 and a half weeks, whether you put the follow-up in or not. The same goes for the 48 to 56. Appears half a week before the sort of border, and then disappears half a week after, whether you fill it in or not. The reason we do that is if you don't do that many follow-ups, if you find it difficult or the resources are short, that view would get very big very quickly if we didn't get rid of them. The record will also disappear out the follow-up view if you put the follow-up in. So if I go into Tori Kelly or Kelly Tori, go to follow-up. Okay. The lower area is greyed out at the moment because we haven't actually selected what sort of follow-up has occurred or not, as the case may be. If I select yes, we have to fill that information in. If I select no and save, the record will disappear. So let's just save that.
Is it possible to export the follow-up?
Yeah, the standard export exports every field. I can show you that in a second. So if I save that, close. Yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah. You've got to put no in. There's also, I'll go back into it, but there's a couple of reasons why follow-up might not have occurred. And we'd like to trace why. So there you go, the reason uncontactable, contact but declined, or they died. Okay. Okay. export data to just show you what an export looks like. I run the export. Oh, hang on, no, that won't find anything. Or maybe it will. I don't know whether you noticed that. I clicked on export and an Excel spreadsheet downloaded. We're now going to open it. And this will be all the data within that date range. So you can specify a date range, or you don't have to specify a date range, and it dumps the whole data out. This is a CSV file that's been opened in Excel. Okay. So, oh, Jim, that's Jim Jam. We need to export all of it for the follow-up. But basically, if I go along here, the last things along here are the follow-up data. There's refractured, second refracture. I did, there you go, 52, data 52 week assessment, follow-up at 48 to 56. So that'll be the one that says yes, no, patient was dead, etc. As I said, this format here is the format for import as well. So I could actually put a data item in there, save the record and import it, and it would put it into the record in the database. Okay, so that's follow-ups, very simply put. Okay, the final thing I just wanted to show you, I have to log out and log into the live system, is what's available on the downloads. There's been talk about pro formas, etc. I think it's worthwhile just having a look what we already provide you with. I'll go into the live system because it has the most up-to-date downloads on it. Okay, so starting here, we already have pro formas which meet our data set, which are in document format, so you can download and expand for any additional fields that you may want to collect. There's two versions. There's like a long version which has a bit more information in it. There we go. So this has a bit more information and it's laid out. Explanations about the fields, etc., etc. However, the one you're probably more interested in is the condensed version, which you could print out and actually fill in with the patient if necessary. Okay, so that's like a condensed version. I think it's three-sided, if I remember rightly. There you go, three-sided. So you can get it on 1.5 sheets of paper if you remember to turn it over. Okay, so you can download that, edit it to your heart's content, and then use it to help yourselves. We also have the FLS import mapping that I talked about before. There's some useful information about uploading. If you've got any questions about uploading, this is the first place to perhaps look. Sort of goes into a bit more detail about how to upload important views and where to go to look for the logs, etc. Tells you about errors, that sort of thing. Oh, I've closed down altogether now. Yeah, upload information. Next we have the organisational audit protocol, which I think is basically an outline of the organisational audit. There's two versions of that. There's one if you don't already have an FLS and one if you do, because the data set varies quite considerably if you don't already have an FLS. So again, there's more explanation there. Sort of a type of pro forma. You can peruse that at your leisure. Oh, hang on, I don't want to close that. I thought I found that before, didn't I? We have some frequently asked questions about the database and the user guide. So everything I've talked to you about today is actually in the user guide. There's also information about how to register new users if you're the clinical lead, that sort of thing. There's a patient information leaflet, don't know much about that. Naomi will help you with that one. Again, a bit more about the facilities audit report. And finally, the role of the FLS-DB lead practitioner. That's the responsibilities of the person in your FLS who the lead takes on the responsibility for authorizing new users, but also takes on the legal responsibility for the accuracy and security of the database and the data that goes into it. Okay. And that document outlines that. And that's it.